It was a quiet afternoon in 1963 when a bold decision was made in a small Italian village, the kind of decision that doesn't just change one man's life, but an entire industry. In the heart of Emilia-Romagna, just a few miles from Ferrari's headquarters, a humble tractor factory was about to become the birthplace of one of the world's most iconic supercar brands. This isn't just a story about cars, it's a story about pride, rivalry, and revenge. It's about how an insult from a legend gave birth to another. Ferruccio Lamborghini was born in 1916 in a small farming town near Cento, Italy. His family grew grapes and worked the land. But Ferruccio wasn't interested in farming. He was fascinated by machines. He'd spend hours repairing engines, studying how things moved, how power could be controlled. That curiosity became his weapon. After serving as a mechanic in World War II, Ferruccio returned home to a country broken and hungry for reconstruction. He began using leftover military parts to build something Italy desperately needed: tractors. Cheap, strong, and reliable. By 1948, Lamborghini Trattori was born, and it exploded in success. His tractors became the backbone of Italy's post-war farming boom. Within a few years, Ferruccio was one of the wealthiest men in the region. He lived large. He loved good food, fine suits, and fast cars. By the late 1950s, his garage looked like a dream. Alfa Romeo, Jaguar, Maserati, and several Ferraris. But one of those Ferraris kept giving him trouble. The clutch constantly failed. Every time, the same issue. And every time, it cost him a fortune to fix. Until one day, Ferruccio had enough. He examined the Ferrari's clutch himself and discovered something shocking. The part was almost identical to the one he used in his tractors. It was cheap, simple, and overpriced. So he requested a meeting with Enzo Ferrari, the king of Italian speed. Ferruccio, confident but respectful, told Enzo, "Your cars are magnificent, but the clutch is terrible. You should let me fix it." Enzo's reply became automotive legend. He looked Ferruccio in the eye and said, "You may be able to drive a tractor, but you'll never be able to handle a Ferrari." That sentence changed history. What Enzo didn't realize was that he had just created his greatest rival. Ferruccio stormed out of the meeting. He went home furious, but determined. "I'll build my own car," he said, "and it will be better than his." And that's exactly what he did. Within months, he assembled a team of some of the best engineers in Italy, including people who had worked for Ferrari and Maserati. He built a factory on land he already owned in Sant'Agata Bolognese, right between Modena and Bologna, practically in Ferrari's backyard. In 1963, Automobili Lamborghini was born. The logo? A golden bull. Ferruccio's zodiac sign, Taurus, a symbol of strength, determination, and defiance. The first model, the 350 GT, debuted in 1964. It was elegant, refined, and most importantly, it worked. It was smoother, more comfortable, and more reliable than Ferrari's models at the time. But the true revolution came in 1966 with the Lamborghini Miura. The Miura didn't just look like a supercar, it defined the word. A radical mid-engine design, sleek curves, a low profile that made it look alive even when standing still. It was like nothing the world had seen before. The Miura instantly became a cultural icon. Rock stars, royals, movie stars, everyone wanted one. It was the car of rebellion, the anti-Ferrari. And it worked. Ferrari built race cars for circuits. Lamborghini built dreams for roads. But while the world admired the machines, Ferruccio was focused on the philosophy. He didn't want racing trophies. He wanted perfection in engineering. His goal wasn't to beat Ferrari on the track, but to build a car that made people feel powerful. "Ferraris are for the track," he once said. "Lamborghinis are for the gentleman who wants to stand out on the road." By the early 1970s, Lamborghini had achieved what many thought impossible: a global reputation for design, speed, and elegance. Then came the Countach, a spaceship on wheels. With scissor doors, sharp angles, and outrageous lines, the Countach looked like the future. It didn't follow automotive trends, it created them. But as always, success attracts storms. The 1973 oil crisis hit hard. Supercars, symbols of extravagance, became targets of criticism. Lamborghini's production slowed. Ferruccio, tired and frustrated, began selling parts of his business. By 1974, he was completely out. The founder of Lamborghini had left the company that bore his name. Over the next 2 decades, Lamborghini changed owners multiple times. American, Swiss, Indonesian investors all tried to revive it, but financial troubles lingered. Yet through it all, the brand's mystique only grew. The cars became rarer, bolder, and more untouchable. Then, in 1998, salvation arrived. Audi, part of the Volkswagen Group, acquired Lamborghini. With that came German precision, stable financing, and access to world-class technology. But to their credit, Audi didn't destroy Lamborghini's soul. They protected it. Under Audi, Lamborghini evolved from chaotic brilliance to controlled perfection. The Gallardo, Huracan, and Aventador brought performance, reliability, and a modern design language that redefined the supercar for a new generation. But beyond the design and horsepower, Lamborghini had quietly built a masterclass in branding and psychology. The company understood something critical. Luxury isn't about what a product is, it's about what it means. Scarcity was no longer just supply, it was strategy. Each new Lamborghini became an event, not a release. Limited runs, numbered editions, collaborations with artists, NFT launches, luxury watches. Every move added layers to the myth. And they didn't stop there. The Urus, Lamborghini's first SUV, shocked purists when it launched in 2018, but it became the brand's best-selling vehicle, proof that aspiration beats tradition when done right. It opened Lamborghini to a new audience: families, celebrities, athletes, entrepreneurs, people who wanted the bull, but also comfort. Behind that success is a lesson every entrepreneur should know. Lamborghini sells dreams. They don't compete on practicality, they compete on emotion. They don't market horsepower, they market status. Each Lamborghini tells a story, and every owner becomes part of that story. The car isn't just transport, it's transformation. When you sit in a Lamborghini, you're not buying a machine, you're buying identity. The company's marketing reflects that. They rarely advertise in traditional media. You won't see a Lamborghini commercial between TV shows. Instead, they rely on spectacle, unveilings, celebrity endorsements, viral content, and the unmistakable presence of their cars online. Every photo, every roar of a V12 engine, every appearance on social media becomes an unpaid ad. Lamborghini has mastered the art of being talked about without talking. Even their design studio in Sant'Agata feels more like a fashion house than a factory. Cars are crafted like couture pieces, tailored, emotional, theatrical. Every line, every stitch, every roar of the engine has intent. That's why Lamborghini isn't just an automaker, it's an emotion factory. And yet, through all the fame, the essence of the brand remains what Ferruccio intended: a challenge to authority, a challenge to the idea that perfection belongs only to the elite, a challenge to anyone who says, you can't. Because Lamborghini's story didn't start with a business plan, it started with defiance. And perhaps that's the greatest lesson in all of this. Success isn't born from comfort, it's born from conflict, from someone doubting you, from someone telling you, you can't. Ferruccio Lamborghini turned an insult into an idea, and that idea became an empire that still makes engines roar across the world. So the next time you see a Lamborghini speeding down the highway, remember, it's not just a car. It's the sound of one man proving he was never just a tractor maker. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe to Wealth Untold. Because next time, we're diving into another rivalry that defined modern business. The story of two brothers whose fight built two of the biggest sports empires on earth, Adidas and Puma.